You know, what they do also, Dwight, is they will take the fastest guys, and one will go in one heat, one will go in the other, and they try and fairly allocate it so you don't get the 4 fastest guys in one heat battling it out to try and be among the top 5 out of 12. 24 athletes get into each individual running event, men's and women's, from the regionals. There are 2 regionals held about 2 weeks ago to the day, and they come here, 12 and 12 from each running event. That's why we will have 24 in each of these fields in the 1,500 meters. There's 2 races, we'll have 12 athletes.
All right, we're ready now for the second semifinal. Same situation, the top 5 across the line will automatically be able to go to the Friday final. Here are your list of competitors. There are 12. Remember, 12 each from the East and West regionals a couple weeks ago qualified here to the semifinals in Eugene.
You got a quick look there at Henry Wynn, the indoor NCAA champion in the mile from Staples High School in Connecticut, a very storied program in Connecticut, and he's gone on to run very well. He's on the outside there, done more training and worked hard this past summer to build his stamina. Let's see what happens here. He's up against some very fast guys here if he makes it from this race into the final who can really kick.
Well, they seem to be separating themselves a little bit faster than they did in semifinal number 1. And you can see right there, that is Isaac Yorks of University of Washington. He has an inspiring story on what motivated him to work hard and hopefully make the Olympic team.
It came from a conversation that I had had with my little sister. And my little sister has a couple of different disabilities, but it's a very rare thing for her to like say a full sentence. It's kind of an out of the blue experience, and she does it every once in a while. And we're watching the Olympics at the time, and she says, I would love to like run like that. And because she's stuck to a wheelchair, and you know, I had this experience where it's like, you know, I have like a gift for running, and you know, that's something that I've always taken for granted. And so hearing my sister say that made me just like right then and there, I felt a compulsion to just say, you know, we're gonna get there. I promise you that I'm gonna do everything I can to get there. And I know that doesn't really make up for like her not being able to run there, but I think it'll be a really cool experience to bring her to that level. And so that's what's really made the sport sacred to me and something that I've kept with.
Nice story by this man, Isaac Yorks, in the front. He's had some great workouts lately. He's been running extremely well, and he's full of confidence coming in here. And after one workout, he said to his coach, you know, I think I could go faster and faster. I could have held that pace I did much longer. Everybody said, wow, after that great workout. So let's see what he could do. He has the fastest indoor collegiate mile ever run. And he did it indoors this year, getting under 3 minutes and 54 seconds on his home track in Seattle at the University of Washington.
Well, the way things are going right now, the 6th and 7th placers in this race are likely to get through on time, which means that Blake Haney will be watching this race from the stands on Friday. Isaac Yorks doing a nice job pushing the pace here. Henry Wynn of Virginia, happy to be back there with him. And at the bell, 2:44, much faster than we saw in semifinal number 1.
Wynn just biding his time in 2nd place. I'm sure workouts were to sharpen up and be ready for speed. The NCAAs are all about speed. You need finishing speed. If you can't, the burden is on you to go hard.
These guys are going sub-4-minute mile pace. Sam Prakel, Oregon's lone hope now, the sophomore right in there in the mix, making room for himself to run, making certain that no one's going to come up from him on the inside. Now Yorks is starting to fall back as Prakel gives him a nice shove, which actually helped Yorks a lot.
Prakel ran well, was 4th indoors, and he's their hope to be able to see what he can do here for the final for sure, and possibly Haney as well.
Here is the mad dash for the top 5 spots. It's Wynn and Yorks. Prakel is in there. No problem for him. He'll be in the top 4, and the time much quicker than the first semifinal heat. So Blake Haney of Oregon will find himself not in that final on Friday. Only one Oregon athlete. That could hurt them in their hopes for a team title. Henry Wynn. Wynn's the heat, thanks in large part to the pacing of Isaac Yorks.
Well, look at Wynn gets out and gets clear. Yorks is in good shape. That's fair game. I've been in races like that in the mile and all that stuff. And you don't purposely push the guy, but you're trying not to fall. You're trying not to spike anybody. And look at them just kind of glance over to see exactly anybody behind me. There's a board there where they can look up and see. And so the defending the indoor NCAA champion runs extremely well. And these guys ran the equivalent 340 of about a 356.5, 357 mile if they had gone 1/4 of a lap further.
So you had to go just under 341, which is about a 358 mile to get through. There are all of your advancers, including 2 from Ole Miss, but only 1 from Oregon.